In what way does your media product use, develop or challenge forms of conventions of real media products?
It uses conventions of real media products by linking the music and the visuals together. So you've got the theme of Truth or Dare. And rather than taking that in a sense that it probably wasn't meant to be more in a relationship sort of sense than we interpreted it, but we took it as more of a reason to just have fun and get out there and be an idiot. So what we did with the video was, whilst we had the Truth or Dare going on, we had actual Truth or Dares going on. We took it literally. So we had the morph suits and we had we were going to have the dares. There's a lip syncing as well that obviously links up the music and the visuals, because it's lip syncing, and the dancing as well. The problem with the dancing is that you have to get it right. You have to have the music playing whilst you record, as well as the music that you've got over it. Otherwise, you're going to be dancing to a tune. I mean, you could be doing a slow dance to this song by accident, which this song's really fast paced, so if you're like a right idiot, you get it completely wrong really easily. Our music videos are mixed between narrative based and performance based. So we've got narrative based with the whole introduction scene where the guy walks in, me, and asks the three morph suit men, he says there's something to do, that they're all bored, so there's something to do in the cupboard next door. They all go in the cupboard next door, morph suits, that, Truth or Dare. I mean, I suppose technically that wouldn't really happen in real life, but it's a music video, so anything could happen. You've got that to use while you're making it and writing the script for it. By executing the dares in the video and doing the Truth or Dare thing, we challenged the conventions a bit. It's not really something you'd find in a rock video generally. I mean, there are exceptions. I mean, some of the videos we looked at when we made the music video were Weezer's Pork and Beans, for example. They use the whole idea of like Mentos and Coke and just doing crazy things, really. So we kind of drew inspiration from that in a way. Despite a lot of stunts that we did perform, we didn't put them in the final cut of the video. We didn't feel that it worked in a way. We kind of stayed a little bit more true to the actual conventions rather than being too out of the box.
What have you learned from the audience feedback?
From the audience feedback, we learned that they enjoyed the fact that we incorporated comedy into our video, and that it kept them glued to the screen, like glued to the video, and then laughing throughout the whole video. We also learned that it demonstrated the genre of the song very well, and it had quite accurate lip syncing, which gave it a more rock and roll feel. And the scenes in our video where we sped up the men in the morph suits were praised as well, and said that it added humour to our video as well. They also enjoyed the opening sequence, which was entirely improvised, like giving it more of a story, like the start, instead of it just going straight into the video. It kind of built up and gave it more of a story thing. And because it gave the story, so it was able, the people just to understand why the men were doing the stunts in the morph suits, not just it was just a random sort of thing they decided to do.
How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary text?
The main idea was centred around the morph suits. However, we could only hint at this in the digipack and the advertisement, because we had to give the audience like the reflection of the band and not just the single. Our first idea was to try and parallel the ending of our sequence with Eminem's Road to Recovery album, where he's walking away. However, we scrapped this idea because we wanted to show the morph suits in our advertisement. So and after looking at quite a few ideas, we found that it was the advertisement was mainly with the lead singer. So we had to include him the lead singer mainly in the advertisement and in the digipack. We decided to change the digipack idea from Eminem's Road to Recovery to incorporating the name of the band and putting a spider on the cover and changing it to pink. However, we knew we couldn't heavily side with the idea of the morph suits, as we had to show the whole image of the band.
How did you use new media technologies in the construction, research, planning and evaluation stages?
Well, first off we had to begin with the planning and all that, and so we drew out some script and some pieces of paper. Just had a couple of sketches, moved around on that, and was doodling and wondering, you know, some initial ideas that we could use. After that we went out, used a camera, took out some location shots, some shots we can use during the video, you know, just to get a rough idea of where we can actually go and use. After that we then popped that up onto the blog. I got, you know, put a documentary about that, what we could do with it, what we can improve on it, or what other places we could use. After that we then moved over to the idea of actually filming. So we came around across the idea of using morph suits and, you know, going around doing comedy. And so we used the Sony HD camcorder, went around doing some footage through town, through college, and around some places, just like, you know, messing around pretty much. And we also used the idea of our front cover as part of the video as well, so we thought that can kind of tie in nicely. And so we was kind of messing around up there to see if that would work together. And after that we then put that up onto Final Cut, edit it around, see how it came out and that. So what we did then was we got people to have a look at it. We got some initial ideas from people, what we could improve on, what we could do to it, and, you know, what we've done right. So we then went back out, filmed again. With the digipacks we also we used Photoshop, because I also do art. I mean, I'm quite familiar with Photoshop as others weren't, so what I had to do was kind of like teach them how to do it. But we got through it quite easily and quickly, with a few minor setbacks, but I mean we got it all done. And we did the front cover as like a spider, and, you know, we had it all up there with us kind of in front of it, kind of relating to the pink spiders, the name. And with the background I kind of did similar to the video where we were on the bus bay. And it kind of tied in really nicely with the film, but not making it kind of look like a single, but kind of like an album. It kind of works together, ties in nicely. So.
Every bad decision's